Newsfirst Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali.
And a joy good morning to you. This is Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And joining us this morning is a member of a party that is at least keeping the public informed and questioning almost every dodgy deal that's going on. To help us understand what's going on with various current issues is Mr. Vijay Herat from Politburo member, the Propaganda Secretary of the JVP. Very good morning to you, Mr. Herat.
Yes, sir. Very good morning.
Now then, Mr. Herat, what's going on? We have got the Oya problem. We've got the Saitam, the GMOA problem. We've got the garbage problem. The garbage problem actually should be the first, because it's in any civilized country these days, the first thing the government is able to do is to get rid of the garbage. Why can't we do that here?
Actually, it is a national issue. The government should take it as a national question. But unfortunately, government does not care about that. Not only this government, but also the last all governments did not take it as a national issue. Actually, if we have a real process to remove the garbage from, especially from the cities, we can remove those garbage and we can recycle it. There are so many processes. One thing is the recycling, and second thing is using the insulators. We can produce power. It is actually resource to generate the power. But unfortunately, this government does not care about it. The people are shouting, people are demanding, but they have not taken any real action. They are talking. Every day they are talking. There are so many ministers and chief minister also, and recently, the day before yesterday, the chief minister of Western Province, he has imposed a 2% tax on bare lands, but it is not a solution. First of all, government start a awareness program among the people, even among the school children. It must begin from the small children who are learning in primary schools. This awareness program is very important. All countries in all over the world use that system, the awareness. But we have not such awareness program.
Well, we in our offices, we separate the garbage, but then it's all collected into one. So it's a bit pointless.
Actually, they have no system to separate into three parts. The municipality and the government should distribute 3 garbage box, the dustbins, to all houses and all offices. They can, the people can pay a small amount of money. People like to do that, but there is no such a process. If the government can spend some small money to give a small dustbin to all residences, the people like to obtain those dustbins, and people will separate garbage to those dustbins, and then the municipality can collect them easily.
So is it something that are y'all asking the government to consider doing this?
Yes, actually, we are demanding to the government, and we are shouting to do that, and even at least the government can distribute such type of dustbins all schools in the country. There are schools, the village level and city level. The education ministry can distribute those types of dustbins to among all the schools. Then children will separate those garbage, and they learn from their beginning.
Right. Now then, I've got a number of questions coming up here. They're saying garbage is important, but more important, according to these questions, is what is your stance on the GMOA? Your party? Some people are very disappointed with your stance on GMOA.
We think if there is a private medical university, that must be with the standards. But the Minister of Health, Rajitha Senaratne, or the former Health Minister Maithripala Sirisena, has not introduced real standards in the private medical college, especially the Saitam institution.
But the clinical, a big claim is that the private students don't have enough clinical experience, and so that has been addressed by now that they're able to go into the government places and learn and get that experience.
Yeah, it is not the primary question.
Yeah.
It has started after starting the Saitam University. If we are not willing to start private universities, our principle is different. We are opposing the private education system. That is our principle. But if somebody likes to private medical colleges or private education, in such a case, the Saitam is not suitable for that. Because, for example, if we are in the bus halt, there are so many buses. The private buses are coming. The one bus it is okay, the full comfortable, AC is there, and engine is okay, the driver is okay, he has a license. But there is another bus, it is eroded, and the driver has not license. The people cannot get into that bus because it is a risk, because the engine is very old and it is eroded and the body also eroded. Then how can the people get into that bus? Most probably the bus will be face some accident.
But are you all doing this? Are you all playing this game because you all want to create a disturbance for the good governance?
No, actually,
is it politically motivated?
No, that is not. Because we started that struggle from 2008-2009.
Right.
Because the S.B. Dissanayake, the former higher education minister, he is the person who started that Saitam institution.
What about private schools? Now you say this about Saitam, but what about private schools then?
No, private. There are so many private schools in all over the country.
Yeah.
First of all, they started as international schools, but now it is not international schools.
But now, what's wrong in having a choice?
According to our principle, the government
should...
You mean
your JVP ideology?
No, yeah, government should should separate the 6% of GDP to the education.
Right.
That is it is the investment, the future investment.
Yes.
The problem is any government, even in present government also, does not reserve the 6% of GDP to the education. They are wasting so many money. They are obtaining luxury vehicles, they are constructing their houses, they are renovating their houses, and they spend more money for that. But they do not spend money to the education, the public education, and not only the education and the public health also. They are reducing to spending money to health and education. It is wrong. Our argument is government can separate more money to to health sector and the education. Then the public sector can improve. Without giving money to education and health, they are trying to give it to the private sector.
Now, if you, isn't it true that the JVP is unlikely ever to be in a position of governing, in the governing seat? And in that context, isn't it better for the JVP to join hands with a government so that they can do at least some of the things that you say you want done? Because it's easy to sit on the outside, and when you know you're never going to be in power, to keep tickling the government and saying, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing right. Isn't it better that way?
No, actually.
Why don't you all join hands with President Sirisena and Prime Minister Vikram Singh?
It is not the solution, because though we have joined with the government, they are using their executive powers, executive presidency powers, and their majority powers.
But you all did a deal with Chandrika as well.
No, what is the final result? The
so that's
CEO
what I mean. So that's isn't it because you're if you believe in something, isn't it better to get there and stick at it because the people's interests are greater?
Yes, but the problem is the Chandrika also used her executive powers.
Yeah.
Without hearing others' opinions.
Yeah.
We have actually we had a good experience during that period, 2004-2005.
Yeah.
She did everything. We opposed and we gave some ideas to her, but she did not care about that. Likewise, every president or every prime minister use their powers, and without concerning others' opinion, they are doing their things. Even today also, the prime minister doesn't care the others' opinion. Even the UNP, ministers of UNP also say something to him, but he doesn't care about that. Even if he, for example, if we take some investments projects, there are some fake investments projects are there. Some senior ministers explain to him this is wrong, there are some bad effects there, but he doesn't care about. If he want to do that, he'll do that.
So we have got a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
We have got a tire factory that hasn't started. We have now got some fancy tower project, World Commercial Capital Center. And the media have been exposing this as a complete joke. There's no evidence or there's no basis, and we have the BOI saying that we should give them every opportunity. Give whom every opportunity? Fake or real investment? What do you think?
So as a country, we think the investments are very important, the foreign investments and local investments. Without investments, we cannot develop our country economically. There is a wrong idea about JVP. JVP is opposing all investments, foreign investments. That is wrong. We have never opposed all foreign investments.
But you're opposing hoax, fake investments.
Yeah, that's correct. And our position is, if we start the investments project, we must use the win-win policy, 50-50 policy.
Right.
That policy introduced by the Commonwealth organization.
Right.
That is the principle. On that basis, we like any type of
but it's the feeling we get, the feeling, the perception, and public perception is, as you know, very, very important, is that the JVP is opposing everything.
No, that is wrong.
Right.
For example, when I was a Minister for Cultural and National Heritage, I was the person who started the Nelumpokuno Theatre.
Right.
It was not started by Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Or Chandrika, isn't it?
No. He did not involve any part of that.
Okay.
We took some money, brought some money from China, and we discussed with Chinese government. At the first stage, the Chinese government tried to start that Nelumpokona theatre according to their architectural model.
Right.
And we said to them, no, it is not suitable to our country.
Right, okay, we'll give you the Nelumpokona.
Yeah.
Now what else? What else are you all doing to better the governance in this country?
There is the museum in Sigiriya.
Yeah.
It was done by the Japanese government during my period.
Mr. Era, your party always claims to be with the people, right?
Yeah.
Now then, why is it that so many hundreds and thousands of people in our country, all around our country, are suffering? The government, the program has uncovered that. We've been there, we've seen the suffering. All these people are suffering. Some people don't even have water. Some school children are walking 5-6 kilometers to get to school. They don't, their houses 2-3 times, twice at least a year are getting flooded. There's no housing, and y'all are opposing all sorts of things. So where can you say, look, the JVP is doing this and we are joining hands with the government because we want something better for the people?
Yes, joining the government is not the solution to that, because if we join with this government, as a party we are also face many difficulties, because we have to respond all those proposals.
Right.
We cannot change this government's the leaders of the government's attitude.
Yeah.
That's why we are not joining with the government. But we can do outside. We can do many things as an independent opposition party, because we have separate principle and we have a separate program how to develop our country. It is identical. It is not aligned with the UNP principle and the SLFE principle. It's totally different from their economic and social principle. We think if any government has a good future plan, development plan, then we can develop the country. For example, if we take the China and Shanghai city, if you go to Shanghai city, there is a model how to build the Shanghai city in 2020. We can watch it. Then we can watch the model, and if we see the outside, the construction is going on. But in Sri Lanka, we have not such a plan. Some minister some minister do something, another minister do another thing. He say something, and same government, another minister say totally different thing. There is no any real target, objective, how to develop the country. There is no one plan. As a country.
But then when you join this GMOA thing, doesn't it kill everything else when you join them?
GMO?
Yes.
No. If we compare, actually...
But because what I'm trying to say is it's against the people.
GMO is a separate trade union.
Yeah.
It's a doctors' trade union. We are the political party.
But they don't seem to care about the people. They're going on strike like that. They go on strike, and then these poor people, they have to travel hours and hours to get to the hospital, and then they don't have any service.
All trade unions come to that final point.
Yes, I'm glad you said it's a final point. Striking should be the final point.
No, they have started that struggle long before. They explained to the government. They had so many discussions with Prime Minister and President and Health Minister. What
Aren't you frightened that the little votes that you already have, you may lose even more of that?
No, the strike is the final action. They say always we are strike, we are do strike, but they did not do, and they do not do.
Yeah.
But it is a slogan. As a trade union.
But they have been on strike recently.
Yeah, because why? what the Minister of Health, Rajitha Senaratne, he is the responsible minister, and he, what is his behavior? He is saying nonsense. He doesn't care anything. Therefore, sometimes he agitates the GMO and other trade unions because of his some explanations.
But in between all these little games, it's the people who...
Yeah, all trade, if some trade union takes some action, it is bad if it should, we cannot stop that. The people are suffering.
Yes, but shouldn't trade unions act in the national interest?
That is the responsibility of the government. Government should think about that. If government could have done many things before the trade union action, then such a trade union action will not be arisen. Without taking their concern about the people.
I mean, you say that this striking is the final action, but it doesn't seem like that to the people anyway.
No, actually,
they're just going on strike like that.
No, I don't agree with that. They are saying we are taking strike action, but it is a slogan.
There's nothing about a slogan, Mr. Erat, when we see on our television screens and when we read these papers.
When the government doesn't care their bargains, their issues, then they do that action. Otherwise, they do not do strike. Recently, they held a 2 days strike, 2 days or 3 days strike. Why? What is the reason? The government used their government's police and their powers to stress the students.
What about the students who attacked the ministry? Is that good? Bad?
No, we have not seen the CCTV camera. The minister said that the student destroyed the government property, but that is not correct. The police, especially the riot escort, has to follow the department orders. There is a book that is called the department orders, the police department orders. According to that police department orders, there are 3 types of ways how to solve such rights.
But Mr. Hera, please, I'm a little bit confused because are you saying that somebody else damaged the property and are blaming the students?
No, I am explaining that.
Right.
There is a department orders.
Yeah.
The police department orders.
Yeah.
The first group, they use tear gas.
Right.
That is the order.
Yeah.
The second group use the baton charge.
Yeah.
The third group have a right to arrest students or some people who are doing some rights activities. But was it done happen in that incident? No. The first of all, the police entered to that premises and they closed the doors and gates, and they used the tear gas and baton charge and they arrested. It is completely violating the department orders.
Does that give the students the right to damage the property?
Actually.
Why?
Without concerning the department orders, they did many wrong things. Because of that, there was a bad situation. The people cannot remove, because the gates and the student cannot remove. The gates and doors were closed.
But when we got stoned and Claymore bombed, our network, we didn't go and buy a Claymore bomb and go and attack somebody else. 2 wrongs don't make a right. So how can you say
the students entered to that place? That is correct.
Yeah.
As a students, they are fighting for their rights.
Yes, but they can't damage public property.
No, how can we prove they damage the property?
So are you saying that you are now telling
No,
us?
I am saying that because of the
way they
not following the department orders, the police created such a situation in that premises.
Yeah.
As a result of that, there was a damage of property, government
But
property.
if those students were taken to court and used your argument that because of the way the police reacted, that's why they did this, the judges are not going to listen to them.
I think court must be considered it.
There can be no mitigating circumstance to damaging public property.
The court case is going on.
Yeah.
The lawyers can argue it. Lawyers can...
Do you condemn them,
Which one?
the students, for doing what they did?
No, I am not condemning the students' struggle.
What about, no, but
The
what
student
about the damage?
has a right to...
If the students have damaged that property,
If they damaged, but
Yeah.
we cannot say if they must be responsible to that incident. That's
Right.
why I explained.
Yeah.
The police also, police is a responsible police, have a responsibility, follow the department orders.
do you think, Mr. Herat, that the students were fighting their own battle, or do you think that they were fighting on behalf of somebody else, like the unions and so on?
No, actually, that is the, whether we like or not, it is the system of struggle. The students are using their slogans and their strategy to force the ministries and governments to pay their attention. It is not a new thing. If we go to the past history or all over the world, that is the type of student struggle. The government has a responsibility how to settle down such a situation.
There's so many questions here. Well, I'll take one. Okay, why are the poor patients and innocent public suffering due to SITEM, GMOA, mafia doctors, whereas they are doing private channeling and minting money without paying taxes on the days they strike?
Who introduced that wrong system? Doctors or government? Government, the fast government, gave them a chance to do the practice, private practice. If we prohibited doing private practice, then that system will finished. It is not the wrong with of the doctors. It is the wrong of the system. For example, if you take the member of parliamentarians, so some people or some media says that that MP bought the luxury vehicle and he sold out it, the 2 crores or 3 crores. The government can change the system. Why government give them to chance bought such a vehicle? If they give, if the
what about you? Did you buy a vehicle?
No, actually, if there is a system, all members of parliament are being used the government vehicle only for their period, the duration of the parliament. They can use that vehicle. And after finishing their time period, they can submit that vehicle to the government. If there is a depreciation value.
Yes, another question coming in from last question. Ask him whether their MPs sold duty-free vehicles this time and the amount of tax relief received.
Yeah, the system, the system is completely wrong.
But you all played inside that wrong system.
What can we do?
Right.
We do not buy any luxury vehicles. I am using double cab.
What did you do with your permit?
I did not sell it out. I used that permit to buy
a small vehicle.
Small vehicle.
The one that you can afford.
It is our party principle, not only me, only I, myself. As a party, all members of our party, members of the parliament, use that system. We do not buy a luxury vehicle using that duty-free permit, and we did not do not sell it out. As a party, we can do it. But other parties, they have no such principle. They are doing individually.
Okay, I'm just trying to find out one thing that you support in this government. on. So I'll ask you one question.
Yeah.
Are you supporting the government, President Sirisena's efforts on the bond scam?
Yes, totally. We were the party who started that struggle. Our member, Sunil Hadunetti,
Yeah.
he was the person who said to people, there was a case in the central bank. He held a media conference just after that incident, 10th of March in 2015.
Right.
And that case was happened 27th of February. From that point up to now, we have been doing many things opposing that central bank issue.
Right.
And, our Sunil Hadunetti, our member, he went to that commission, before that commission,
Yeah.
and we gave our all information to that commission. We are supporting for that.
Good. Mr. Herat, thank you very much for being on Newsline. We appreciate your presence. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's it on Wednesday, the 12th of July, 2017 from Newsline. We'll see you same place, same time, helping you stay connected tomorrow morning once again. Take care. God bless.
Yes, thank you.